Today we're going to be here at Universal Studios, Florida, where in just a few short weeks, this place is going to transform into one of the biggest, if not the most popular, Halloween attraction here in Central Florida. Halloween Horror Nights 29. Today we're going to be walking around Universal Studios, Florida and finding all the spots where this year's scare zones will be. Today's video will be entirely focused on where the scare zones will be throughout the park and see exactly what is in each scare zone so far. Hi everybody and welcome to the world of Micah. Today we're going to be here at Universal Studios Florida, where we are going to be traveling around and taking a closer look at where all the scare zones are going to be for this year's Halloween Horror Nights. Halloween Horror Nights 29. I can't believe it. Halloween Horror Nights 29. That's right, Halloween Horror Nights is going to be starting September 6th and running all the way through November 2nd. I'm excited. You guys should be excited. Let's get inside and find where all the scare zones are going to be this year. Let's take a closer look. Let's take a closer look. Now, in years past, they have hung banners all along these columns for each of the houses, and there's usually a Halloween Horror Nights banner going across there. I'm sure that tradition will continue this year, but we'll have to wait and see, because as you can see, nothing has been updated as of August. Right here through the main stretch as you enter the park is where a scare zone called Anarch-ade, kind of a play on words with anarchy and arcade, will be. This will be a sinister 80s inspired arcade that has taken over the Avenue of Stars, and you only get one life. Once you scream, it's over. Reading that from the official Universal Studios Florida Halloween Horror Nights website. Gonna walk around and see if there's anything out for the scare zone so far. From first glance, I'm not seeing anything. But let's take a closer look. Looking at these lights here, the yellow ones seem to be always here, but the black lights on either side, not sure if those are here normally. Those might be for the scare zone, you never know. But walking through the main street here, I'm not seeing anything that stands out to me as far as the scare zone goes. But I do see something straight ahead. We have some tents set up with black and white stripes on them. This could be for Halloween Horror Nights. I'm almost 100, actually I'm gonna say I'm 100% positive this is for Halloween Horror Nights, because this is not normally here. Not sure exactly what this is gonna be, but they just set this up right over here in the courtyard area. But as far as Anarch-ade goes, the scare zone, did not see anything. So we'll have to wait and see later on for further updates. But now, let's move on to the next scare zone, which is going to be Zombieland, which is going to be right over here in the New York area. Now this scare zone is going to be based off of Zombieland 2, the movie that has not yet been released. So this will be very interesting to see how this plays out based on a film that has a sequel that has not been released. All in this area of New York will be Zombieland Double Tap. Check the bathroom. Check the back seat. Beware of bathrooms. You've got to obey every rule if you don't want to end up as meat in Zombieland. Reading that again from my phone, from the official Halloween Horror Nights website. Let's see if we can find anything in this area for the scare zone. Well, at first glance, walking up, there's more of these striped tents set up. These are usually where they sell food and beverages, so that's a good sign so far. Walk up and get a tasty drink or a neat snack while you're getting completely scared out of your mind for Halloween Horror Nights 29. But let's go over here and see if we can see anything else as far as the scare zone goes for Zombieland Double Tap. Well, this confirms it, as that sign right there says Zombie Kill of the Week. Look at this huge stage they have set up, and it seems to be they're going to be testing people's skills. They have Girly Man, Average Joe, and Pumped on the scale here. But I love that it says Zombie Kill of the Week. That's pretty awesome. I'm excited to see exactly what's going to happen on this stage. They've got it barricaded off here, but this is pretty cool. Wow. Zombieland. Can't believe that's going to be a scare zone area, but I'm excited to see what it's all about. Right here says rule number 3, beware of bathrooms. These porta potties are put up and they have it completely roped off so you cannot use them because these are a part of the scare zone for Zombieland. I like the little fence area they have too. I wonder what's gonna happen in here. Zombies busting out or who knows what. But this is currently set up right over here across the street from the Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, the Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon attraction. This is pretty exciting. Who thought we would get excited over porta potty bathrooms? And the thing about this scare zone is this is a huge chunk of land. So the scare zone that's usually in this area is one of the largest scare zones, so that's exciting for you Zombieland fans. And right here in front of Revenge of the Mummy, check it out. They set up Wayland's Pacific Treasures. Not sure exactly what this is gonna be for Zombieland, but they've got two characters, including this guy who I believe is Wayland. We'll have to see what happens inside this store. Little storefront they made with Christmas lights on it. This will be pretty cool to see exactly what's gonna happen inside. Wow, and looking on the other side, this thing is completely open on both sides, so who knows if zombies are gonna be busting through this metal area here or if that's gonna be removed. You never know. And on the back here, look at that. Pacific Playland, a little bear. Yeah, this seems like nothing could go wrong with this area, especially with cute characters like Wayland and his friends. And they have Malik's Bake Shop over here on this huge bus, which I believe was the ice cream truck from last year's Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I think this was repurposed for this year's Malik's Bake Shop. See if we can find some more details on this. Wow, look at that. Louisiana, year 2010. Is that when Zombieland came out? Not 100% sure on the release day of Zombieland. But this is a really cool truck, nonetheless. Oh, it used to be a FedEx. This was a FedEx truck at one point. Let's see if there's anything else on the back here. Oh wow, there's boxes from the bake shop all torn up in there. Super weird. I'm super excited to see, or anxious I should say. I am excited, but I'm super anxious to see what all this is gonna be and what it all means. Seeing these signs in person always gets me super excited. The transformation of Halloween Horror Nights, gosh, it's just so awesome. I'm so excited. But let's continue our tour around the park and head over to San Francisco area where a really cool scare zone is going to be this year. But before we get to San Francisco, check it out. The bar stops and food stops are already set up. You can see the barrels there. This is where you'll walk up and get more tasty treats and different beverages they have for this year's Halloween Horror Nights. Oh boy, Rob Zombie fans. Here it is, Rob Zombie Hellbilly Deluxe. A Rob Zombie inspired scare zone. Step into the heavy metal horror of Rob Zombie as his pulse-pounding music comes to life in a frenzy of raging madness. All that's gonna happen right over here. You can see just a few things from where I'm standing. So let's walk over and see exactly what all we can find for this Rob Zombie scare zone. Pretty cool at first glance walking up and seeing the Rob Zombie logo and Hellbilly Deluxe logo as well. And there's some spider webs on the side of the scaffolding, I guess you'd call this, where they hold the lights. Well, they have a little makeshift stage set up here. It looks pretty rustic. Definitely looks like something out of a Rob Zombie film. And check that out. It's like an electric circuit box of some sort. Maybe somebody's gonna be sacrificed or electrocuted right here on this very stage. We'll have to wait and see exactly what's gonna happen. And right here they have this covered up in the Army printed camouflage tarp, but you can see there's clearly some sort of prop underneath this. Not 100% sure what it's gonna be, but it looks like it could be some sort of tombstone. Maybe, I don't know. Any guesses? Comment below. Now this is totally cool. Take a look at this. Man, I don't know exactly what it is, but it looks intriguing. I'm excited to see what's going to happen on this little makeshift stage as well. They always do little shows, or little experiences, I should say, in certain scare zones, and this one definitely looks like it's going to be a certain experience in this Rob Zombie Hellbilly Deluxe Scare Zone. This is going to be awesome. Well, that's going to do it for Rob Zombie's Hellbilly Deluxe. I'm excited to see exactly how this Scare Zone turns out. Oh yeah, and all you Horror Night fans out there, fanatics, will know that this light stand right here across from King's Cross means it's almost time. They always put this out here and do some lighting effects against this building and the other buildings across the way here. And talking about Rob Zombie, I just recently found out, now I'm not a Rob Zombie fan. I'm a fan of his films and certain things, but never really been a listener or a follower of Rob Zombie, but I did learn that Hellbilly Deluxe is actually a Rob Zombie album. So this will be neat to see a Scare Zone that goes along with an album. Looking inside the home of Fear Factory, you can see they put speakers and all kinds of lighting fixtures that normally aren't there already in the amphitheater here for the show. And right over here, the sign states that Fear Factor is not a factor for us. Fear Factor Live will have no shows today as we prepare for Halloween Horror Nights. And directly across from Fear Factor, they have another bar pop-up stand that is currently being set up right here. And then if you turn and face right here, you can see the sign is already erected for the show that's going to be here, Academy of Villains. And it says, "This wicked and talented group of artists is back for an all-new, bigger and better performance featuring a killer mix of dance and theatrics." It's going to be called Academy of Villains Altered States. That's going to be pretty neat to see that show again. Those guys are returning back for another year. I'm sure the logo will go right up there. Now, of course, you guys know, fans of Halloween Horror Nights will also know that this will be the second year that Bill and Ted's not performing at Halloween Horror Nights. Huge staple in the history of Halloween Horror Nights, but this is the second year that Bill and Ted's will not be a part of the yearly event. So what do you guys think about Academy of Villains? Do you miss Bill and Ted? Comment below and let me know your thoughts. And we seem to have found the halfway point of our journey today right over here at Men in Black. So we've got to make our way across Krusty Land, over through Kid Zone, Cafe La Bamba area, leading into Hollywood, where the Scare Zones are over there as well. And we really got to hurry because those clouds don't look good. Right over here in the lagoon area of Central Park, they're bringing a brand new show and experience to Halloween Horror Nights 29. Now, this isn't the first time they've done something like this here at Halloween Horror Nights, but there will be a new experience and a new take on a lagoon show, and I'm very excited. Recently announced was Halloween Marathon of Mayhem, a projection and water and light show that's going to happen right over here in the lagoon. I'm very, very excited to see this because it'll give people something to do when they take a break, grab something to eat, and you can see it from all across the lagoon here. It's going to be pretty awesome. And looking at the drawing here, the rendering, got Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, some killer clowns, classic monsters, Will, and the Demogorgon. It's going to be awesome. Very excited. And over in this area of Central Park, leading towards Mel's Drive-In and Kid Zone, depending on which side you're walking in from, will be Vikings Undead. Brutal, horned, helmeted warriors have risen from the grave and laid siege to Central Park. Bloodlust never dies. So I don't think we're going to be seeing those famous Christmas lights that they usually hang up here for the Vikings, but we'll have to wait and see. The only thing set up right now are these light poles. That's about it. And of course it's starting to rain and I do not have an umbrella. So we've got to make it quick over to Hollywood. Well, it rained, as you guys can see, and it's actually still raining, but I finally made it to the final scare zone. I'm gonna try and do this in the rain. Right here on Hollywood is gonna be the Vanity Ball. Your flesh is the canvas in Hollywood, as these blade-wielding artists can't wait to take a scalpel to you. Ooh, sounds pretty terrifying. But as you guys can see, they have these stands already set up. It's very elegant looking. The design on this kind of reminds me of something out of the 20s and Great Gatsby kind of design. Yeah, they've got some major prop stuff set up over here. Look at these draped curtains they have set up. This is gonna be really cool. Very excited to see exactly what this is gonna be like, because you guys know me, I do love classic Hollywood, and the fact that they're putting something that has to do with Hollywood here on Hollywood Boulevard makes me super excited. But we'll have to wait till September 6th. It's coming up very soon, and I'm super excited. Well, you guys, I think we did it. I think we successfully found all the areas for the scare zones for Halloween Horror Nights 29, which means it's time to say goodbye. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. If you would like to support my channel, please visit my Patreon page at patreon.com/worldofmicah, where donating $1 a month can help fund episodes like this. I had a lot of fun walking around Universal Studios today, finding all the spots for this year's Halloween Horror Nights 29 scare zones. Definitely looking forward to doing these scare zones and bringing you guys along for the ride. It's coming up sooner than we think. If you haven't yet, go ahead and click subscribe, because hey, it's free and it'll keep you updated with my latest video. I'll see you on the next episode of World of Micah, everybody. Until then, stay weird, and I'll see you in the fog. Goodbye.